Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wasilkamilbey, and we are Shamstoppers. And it's 2 in the morning. We like to reserve our constitutional rights, freedom of speech, and everything that rides with it. Title of this video is called "Your Homeboy is a Simp." Your homeboy is a simp. Your homeboy is a simp, nigga. Man, I like to get on these simp ass niggas, man, acting like bitches out here. You know what I mean? If you're a simp, you will pay child support and you will get your money took by a bitch, and all the shit gonna be going to an alpha male. That's how the game goes. Right? Check this out. One of my beautiful books on the bitches. You see that? You see what that say? Often two moms are jealous their daughter's youth, since they see their own slipping away, right? Mom also resents the daughter's growing independence. The daughter no longer needs her, and mom hates the thought of aging, being made so aware of the passing time. You see that shit? Let y'all read the rest of this. Look at that. Look at that shit. Basically, when a bitch get 30 years old, she's a fucking cougar. She's not a MILF anymore. You see that? Now let's examine mom's attitude towards the male child somewhat closer. You see that shit? Look at that. The American mother, to quote Dr. Strecker, has been the main and sufficient cause of nervous breakdowns. See that? Look at that. She controls what? What mind controls? Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me move this camera back. Let y'all read some more of this book. Look at that shit. After all, what? And these days, to a great degree, the dad. Look at that. That's because mom want to get some of that young dick too. See that shit? You see all that shit? Look at that. For instance, a little girl may have certain difficulties seeing herself as a little girl. She really wants to be a boy. In real life, then the girl acts out her wish by playing tomboy roles, competing with boys. Look at that shit, man. Hold on. Let me wait. I'm gonna let y'all see the final of this shit. Check this out. Hey man. I'm gonna drop y'all some real shit out this book. Shit. Man. Let's get to it.
A park dumpster gets some new clothes after lovers quarrel and a call to the cops. Assistant manager Pamela Blackwell is suing her ex-boyfriend for ruining her clothes. Defendant Sean Drake denies throwing them in the trash. Now it's Joe time.
Ms. Blackwell, you're suing former boyfriend, Mr. Drake. Now, let's see. You two got in an argument. You called the police. So you say you stayed with your cousin for a few days to cool down. You say when you returned, you two made up. Then you discovered that he had taken, quote, all, unquote, of your clothes and removed them, and then you learned from him that he had put them in a dumpster. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you say he went and got the clothes out of a dumpster. Now, how long after you returned do you say it was he got the clothing out of a dumpster?
It was about 3 days.
Now, what was wrong with them?
Well, it had been raining for those 3 days, the entire time, and I had to go and pick my sister up from the airport. And when I came back, he had bought all the clothes back, and they were in the garage. All the bags were wet, and it had all of my clothing that...
Now, he says he put the bags of your clothes in the garage on the front end.
When I came back to the house on the 29th, he asked me could I come in, and my daughter was in a car, and he asked me could I come in and talk. And once we talked, we tried to make up for the sake of the kids, for the sake of the family.
Yes, you two have 7 and 1
Correct.
daughters. Why don't you two get married?
We actually had a marriage license. We actually didn't go and have the ceremony done. When we talked and tried to make up, he told me that he had threw all my stuff away. He said, "I'm sorry, but I threw all your stuff away."
Did you go and look in the garage at that point on the 29th?
Yes, sir.
You did. There was nothing in there.
There was nothing in there. I looked in the closets. We have a theater. I looked in a theater.
Well, and why'd you make up with him if you say all of your clothes were gone?
Yes,
so
Your Honor.
You come back to your place and you have no clothing left, but you're going to make up with him?
Yes, Your Honor. I made up with him for the sake of our family because we had been together for 10 years.
So, you two, if I get this correctly, from both of you stayed together for another 5 months after that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You sleep together?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what do you have to say about this?
For starters, yeah, we was together for a little over 10 years, and
now look at his body language. She was a hoe. He threw her clothes out. You know, he caught her fucking around. You know, man, I know these goddamn stories, man. Real talk. You know, your baby mama's a prostitute, fellas. And you got simp ass niggas like this cat. Your homeboy is a simp, man. Falling in love. You know, God knows how many dicks she went out to go suck, fuck, calm down, all types of shit. You know what I mean? This nigga's a hand-picked male. We're gonna do a video on hand-picked males.
I've been loving and taking care of this woman ever since the first day I saw her.
You two seem to have a history of the police being called and everything, from every bloody thing from an argument to something falls off the table. For 10 years. I'm sure they're sick of you. But anyway, your story is that when she left in a huff after you claim she initiated the hostile atmosphere, you bagged her stuff up and put it in the garage.
Yes.
Is that what you say you did?
Yes, sir.
Now, you say she's got a history of exaggeration. She's mad because it's in the garage, and then that gets transposed to being put in a dumpster.
Yes,
Did you
sir.
put anything in a dumpster?
No, Your Honor.
Why did you take the pictures?
Because I wanted to show.
Show who?
If I ever had to use the information.
What was that going to do you? How was that going to do you any good?
Because I needed to show what.
Show what? You're not married. All you got to do is get up and move out.
Well, I knew that there would be an issue.
What do you mean there's an issue? You're there for 5 more months. How is that going to be an issue? Now, are you mad because he took the stuff out of the house and put them in a set of lawn bags and put them in the garage, or are you mad because he put them in a dumpster and then put them in a bag and put them in the garage?
I was upset because he put them in a dumpster and all of my things were damaged. We've had a lot of...
Is this a lot going on, or is this just stress? Where is this relationship going? We've been together for 10 years, a 7-year-old and a 1-year-old daughter. When are you going to either do it or get off the pot?
No, Your Honor, like I said, I've been loving and taking care of this woman for 10 years. I offered to marry her many times, and she wasn't ready, according to her. She wasn't ready to be married.
Nigga, she want to stay around suck cock, nigga. The fuck?
Exactly what to do, because I still was loving her. I still wanted my family to be together. And we have been off and on for most of that 10 years.
What you two say, yes, obviously.
Yeah, off and on. And
in 95% of somebody you can't stand?
Not necessarily that. It's she's never been in a relationship before me. And so a lot of problems.
That's the first, and you were afraid to adventure out? Ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
So it just didn't work?
Pretty much.
What'd I tell you? Want some dick.
So what was the cause of the last breakup?
We had just had enough. It was over. It was completely over. We, even after the last breakup, I mean, we still, tried to see if we could even piece things back together, but it was just too much that had happened, too much that went on, things that got too far gone. It was years in the making.
All right, now, you are specifically averring that you put the clothes in bags and put them in the garage.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are specifically averring that you did not put them in a dumpster.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you attempt to take the tires off of the vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
There was 24-inch BMW rims and tires that cost $4,000.
And you put them on there?
Yeah, and I put them on there.
Did they go back on the vehicle?
No, actually, those were lost after our final breakup.
Oh, that's 5 months later.
5 months later, yes.
Well, what did she drive around on the BMW before the breakup?
One lost, that shit was sold. Fuck out of here, man.
We actually bought her some factory BMW rims and tires so she wouldn't mess up the 24 inches.
So you bought the wheels and tires?
No, actually, we went in, I think we went half on those.
We did.
Yeah, we went
Who
half.
was paying for the car?
Both of us.
Who was on the car note?
Both of us.
Is the car paid off?
No.
Who's paying on the still existing note?
I am.
Who's got the car?
She does.
We'll be right.
Niggas a simp, man. What I tell you? Simp shit, man. Your homeboys is simp. I know if y'all got some homeboys and some simps and shit, hit us up, let us know, man, because I'm finna eat up this simp, though.
Back with Judge Joe Brown.
I'm sure the local police were sick of you because you had a habit of calling on anything.
And later today,
Jeff, what's funny is I already replaced the head gasket in the car. I already replaced everything in the car, but I must have put the...
we're back with Judge Joe Brown. The defendant in this case says he's been loving and taking care of his ex-girlfriend for 10 years. He admits to an off-again and on-again relationship, but not to throwing out the plaintiff's clothes. Let's see what the judge has to say.
Nah, he taking care of ex-girlfriend while this alpha male is dicking her down. You know what I mean?
We've got child support for obligations for 17 years plus if the daughter goes to college, and another one 11 years plus if that daughter goes to college, and all of this visitation, and you two are going off on this. I'm looking at this. I'm sure the local police were sick of you because you had a habit of calling on anything, just about anything. That's been going on for 10 years. Now, are you doing what I've run into before, which is you want to give somebody the accuracy and the truth of a matter, but you look at it in terms of your emotional state, so you give a set of facts that conveys the sense of your emotions rather than the actual events. Now, because what I'm getting between reading the two of you, you got very insulted that he put your stuff in bags and put them in the garage. Because you've modified your story significantly. From December 2nd, he goes and gets them out of the dumpster while you're not gone. He tells you that I've thrown all of your clothes away on one of the stories, and they're in a dumpster someplace downtown by, what is it, a park? And you're sleeping with him and making up with him, and all of your clothes are gone. And you didn't complain to anybody about this for 5 whole bloody months. Another thing we have, which is as a matter of law, there's a thing called reconciliation, whether or not it's a love affair, marriage, or just resumption of normal business interaction. And any claim you had for tortious activity against him gets dismissed, or it no longer is valid if you reconcile with him. Well, I was unsure about the dates, and now I see this stuff started in 2010. You two broke up in April 2011, but your statute of limitations is already run. I'll have to deny this because you're outside your statute.
Well, there we go. Here we go. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. Statute of limitations for this case is ran out. This fool could have went back and did something about this case. You know what I mean? This the Rooker-Feldman doctrine all the way. You know what I mean? Look at this shit. The ASO was established and Park signed a waiver of formal service. This nigga signed, he waived his, you know, consent to suing these people, right? In August 2015, at the request of the mother Park's child, the division closed its child support case and ceased enforcement action. Subsequently, in 2016, again at the mother's request, the division reopened this case. See, she, between 2015 and 16, you know what I mean, she closed it, right? She closed it because he got back with her. He was put it on in 2014. She got back with him, right? Then he wasn't digging her down good enough. Hey, Rolanda, you know what I mean? I got some homeboys ready to fuck. You know what I'm talking about? Statute of limitations is out of there. Now check this out. This is where you're going to have to sue your baby mama if you take y'all stupid ass down here for you illiterate motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Now check this out. This is where it gets tricky at, nigga. That's why they call it court games. Who can you sue? Who can be sued? There's a difference between can and will. Remember that. Okay? See that? Who cannot be sued? You see that shit? Wait a minute. Who cannot be sued in the Ohio Court of Claims? Look at that. They don't have jurisdiction over lawsuits involving private parties or businesses, or lawsuits involving federal, county, city, township, villages, agency employees. Alright? You ready for this? Okay. This nigga lied. He said he got his child support case dismissed, but he got a show cause rule case dismissed. That's one. Okay? He's stupid. Right? Right. Niggas are illiterate in this world. Generally, there is a 2-year statute of limitation of claims for monetary damages brought against the state in Ohio. Okay. Occurrence rule. See that? The rule that limitations periods begin to run when the alleged wrongful act or omission occurs rather than when the plaintiff discovered the injury. See that? Last time I do this video about this shit, niggas a simp. Look at that. I fuck with YCL for bringing their minds out and he get motherfuckers thinking. Man, study and show that self-approval. I've been fighting hard as shit and them motherfuckers talking about locking me up. Really? Brother YCL, do you have any books for us guys who are trying to be free, such as tax exemption and so on? Thanks, Op. Exactly. It's time we wake up. Nothing is free. If people don't have money, the first thing they need to do is start studying the time. And if you don't have money to spend, see that? Look at that shit. Look at that. He wasn't man enough. Well, I say I remember when I first heard you say it, I was confused, but now it's a whole different ball game. Look at that. He made a video, don't sue the child's mom, and he responded to that. That's how you know he fucking his baby mama. Simp shit, nigga. I'm fighting for my life. The Attorney General trying to get my case dismissed. Get the case dismissed by filing a motion dismissed 5 days before the court date. Look at this shit, man. Niggas on YouTube fronting and shit. Bitch made simps. You know what I mean? Bitch made simps. Fronting. 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 Jealous. Hey, if you don't want our services, clean. Look, if you don't want our services, go read a book. Clean the fucking wax out your ears. Hit us up. Peace.